Well, hello, everyone. I'm Debbie Pearson, and I'm here with my co-host, Deborah Edwards, and we are co-hosting the Shero Cafe podcast, where we celebrate the Shero in you. And today we have as our guest, Talia Samora. And Talia, if I'm understanding correctly, you are a neurodivergent coach. You want to tell us a little bit more about what that means?
Hi, everybody. Yes, happy to. Thank you. I work with predominantly women, and I support them with their progress in life and the challenges that they have, and get some a little bit of control and balance in what's going on for them. And the majority of the time, these women are from families that have either got neurodivergent children, so a child maybe with ADHD or autism, or they have something along those lines themselves. And a lot of the time they run their own business as well. So it's a combination of helping them with their progressing their business, making sure they build a little bit of harmony and peace and balance in their life and their family, with their family, but also then molding that business to kind of work around and those challenges that they kind of face in life. They're a bit different from everybody else.
I love that.
Yeah, that is a specialty for sure. So, and I hear that you've said that you are also neurodivergent.
Yes, yeah. So my family, my whole house, yeah, we've all got differences of our own, and I've definitely learned through having children. So I have two teenage boys. I've learned a lot about my own neurodivergencies along the way. So they've helped me to reflect on myself too, as well as them.
Nice.
That is awesome. So my first question is, what is the name of the book that you read and the author?
So the book that I read was The Alchemist, and the author is, and I get worried about saying this wrong, is Paulo Coelho. So hopefully I've pronounced his name correctly. Yeah, he's written a number of books, and I've read a number of his books, but The Alchemist is one that's always stuck with me.
Yeah, me too. And I would love to know. So then, and I've read the book. I have it right here. You can't
I
see
love
it.
that you've got it.
Put it in
Put it in
front
front
of
of
you.
you. If you put it in front of your
Right
body,
here.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this impacted me as well when I read it. It's a great book. So share with our audience how you came to this book and how it impacted you and what has it meant in your life. Why you chose this one.
So I chose to share about this one, particularly because I've found that it's still always stuck with me, and there's been a warmth about it and a joy about the story. And I've read so many books that I've really benefited from, but this one for some reason has always stayed with me. And a big part of the story is about a journey that a shepherd boy goes on, and what he experiences in life, and the people that he meets, the good and the bad, the challenges that he has. And I feel I can relate to it. At the time when I read it, I really, really appreciated it, and really it helped me to have an understanding of or reflect on my own life, and quite often to appreciate what I've got at the time where it is, and not necessarily needing to seek it elsewhere, although he does go on a journey, and a lot of it is about that. But for me, I took from it that actually that I can, what I need in life is actually right here in front of me. So I feel like I'm on a journey throughout life anyway. It's just it just made me appreciate things in a different way. And then I think reflecting on it through this experience of writing the chapter, it's really helped me identify that actually, what, I can relate to it in various different stages along my life journey. And I think it's a beautiful book to kind of reflect on over the years. And it made a really positive impact on me.
Was there something specific in the book that you went, oh my goodness? Or was it
I don't want to give the story away too much.
Okay.
So it's a lovely story that he goes on, and he travels as he really wants to travel, and that's partly why he's a shepherd. And he meets some wonderful people that really help and support him on the way. And I suppose those things in the book I can appreciate in my own journey, that I've had people that helped me along the way. There's been stumbles along the way, and he had them too. And there's been some really valuable learning experiences as well. So I just can relate to it. But there is an element of it that does a full circle within the book. And that's the bit that really, I had to complete the book to really see the full value of it. And so I'm being vague there, because I don't want to give too much away, because it's definitely a great read. It's not a very thick book. It's a book that is quite easy to pick up and just appreciate over, whether you're a fast reader or a slow reader. It's quite gentle.
Yeah, it is. And there is a quote on the back of the book that I just love. And and Debbie and I both are authors in the book too. And this is connected to the chapter that I read too, as well. And it said the quote is, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. And I love that. And I love that in your work, you help people realize their destination, right? And so how does that play out for you?
Well, I guess on his journey in the book, he meets so many different people and experiences life through their eyes in many ways. And I suppose develops his own outlook on life from a different perspective. And that's definitely what I benefit from when I work with my clients, because they all have different perspectives. They all have different traits, experiences, personalities. They all have different challenges. And through working with them, I really benefit from broadening my own understanding and learning, but also I help and support them to appreciate themselves, to make the most out of their own life, to make things easier for themselves. And sometimes it can be really, really small things that I help them with that can make a massive difference, such as the way they talk to their child, the expectations they have of their family, for instance. Because unfortunately, I'm a strong believer in letting people know that actually we don't have to live by society's expectations and rules, and that what we see around us, what happens in our own home, it's really important that we find our own balance, and it doesn't have to look like everybody else's. And I think we often fall foul of that we think, oh, well, next door neighbours, they're not doing it that way. They're not going to sleep at midnight. They're going to sleep at 8 o'clock with putting their children to bed at 8 o'clock. And we should be doing the same. And, we need to get up a certain amount of time, certain time of day. We need to get dressed in a certain way. We need to play certain games, paint certain pictures, read certain books. So I'm very much an advocate of helping people to find their own way and do it on their own terms and what suits them and aligns with them. And yeah, I really feel that that's in the book too, that he's going on his own journey, his own path, and not necessarily what his family expected him to do.
Typically, the last question that we ask our interviewees is, what would you like to share with our audience? What is something that you want everybody in the world to know? Your clients, your potential clients, anybody that's listening to us today, what would be a one thing that you would deeply desire that everybody knows?
To encourage everybody to embrace their differences and their uniqueness, and they not to kind of fit in with the crowd, to actually embrace standing out from the crowd. And reading books is a huge part of helping you to do that. So I think the wonderful thing about us all coming together and collaborating in this way and showing people what they can read and what they're benefiting from it can broaden their horizons and help them to maybe see their own uniqueness and enjoy life in a different way.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, Talia, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you sharing about your life, what you do, and the chapter that you wrote. And congratulations on being a published author. I don't know if this is your first time.
Thank you. Congratulations to both of you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very
I'm glad
exciting.
to be in it with you.
Thank you. So, Deborah, close us out.
Close us out. As always, always. And what Debbie and I really, really invite everyone to do is to care and love the Shero in you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Talia.
Right,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thanks for having me.